Hey folks, how you doing? This is Eri Barrister, and I'm here with our boy, Jay Scrum. Chris, fantastic day. How'd you feel about the game and instant reactions?
I'm still jittery. I mean, that was an unbelievable game. I think the best game I've ever watched, lacrosse-wise. 14-13 overtime win. UNC got their first title since 1991. I mean, you can't feel better for Joe Bresci and some of these UNC guys that have just won it all, and especially the alumni, because it's also a great win for the alumni.
Yeah, and I think, I don't think they wanted to get past the Bitter and Sankey year, but I think they wanted to definitely show that there's, we have a lot of great players. We respect and love those players from before, but we're still a program that's going to continue to excel. And they showed it this year. Obviously, it was like a little bit up and down throughout the season, but they got hot at the most important time of the year, and that's all that matters when you get in the tournament. Just getting in. That's all that matters.
That's what Joe Bresci said. Like, they just got in, and it's a new season. You start 0-0, and it's just, what do you do from here?
So do you have, let's go with player of the game for Carolina. Who are you going to go with?
Crosse, 5 goals. Game winner. It's an easy check. He got named most outstanding player all time. He broke the goals record for most goals in the tournament. That was previously held by Eri of Loyola back in 2012. So that's easily my player of the game.
I think I'm with you. I mean, I also want to give a little love to Luke Goldstock, but I just personally, I didn't know how he would be able to respond just after such a massive game on Saturday. Just like sometimes is either the defense was going, how was Maryland going to focus on him? Were they going to try to shut him down? But they weren't able to. 5 goals, huge day for him. And our boy Luke Goldstock, again, we thought that with focus on Pontrello and on Cloutier, that Luke Goldstock would have his opportunities, and he certainly capitalized in a big way with 4 goals. And his normal distribution role, he actually put that to the side and he just became a goal scorer. So I thought he did a really good job. How do you feel about Maryland? I mean, it's tough defeat. Can't really blame him. It's a tough loss, but I think at the end of the day, you have to be proud if you're a Maryland fan, for the season. I know you would want the title, but
it's a good season overall, but they didn't get what they wanted. That was a national championship, #1 seed. They were tops in the nation for at least top 3, top 5 for most of the year, even top 10 for definitely all the year. But they just couldn't finish. A lot of people picked, Maryland to win it all once the tournament got out, and then we saw, oh wow, they're gonna have Syracuse in the quarterfinals. They just went through Syracuse. They're gonna have Brown probably in the semifinals. They just got through that in overtime. UNC, they're probably gonna win that because they beat them by 3, right? This is a different UNC that they played, not the 11-8 UNC that they beat back in late March, and just didn't come. Brian Balkan just played out of his mind.
Yeah, I think Balkan should be the other player of the game for Carolina. If you had 3 stars, I think Goldstock, Balkan, and Cloutier would definitely be those guys. For Maryland, I think they did really well throughout the stat sheet. They had more shots, they had more ground balls, they had more saves, they had less turnovers, I believe, than Carolina did as well. But where it mattered most, Balkan was able to stop that. Crucial extra man advantage for Maryland opportunity, and then they get it all the way on the other end, and Bernlohr, who had kind of struggled, especially early on. He was an extra man, but that one got by him as well. So tough loss for the Terps. Really heartbreaking way ending, but I still think that it was a strong season, and one that they should remember. With
absolutely,
it's gonna hurt, but after a couple of days, you can reflect and say, hey, we did a really great season, and they'll be back next year. Tillman's been an excellent coach, and
they do lose Kyle Bernlohr in net. That's a big loss. I believe they lose Henry West and Brian Cole at the midfield too. So those aren't easy switches. But with Maryland having a great recruiting class year after year, I mean, it's gonna be easy for them to maybe come back to Boston next year. It'll be the Final Four to go to the Final Four.
Yeah. So we're gonna have a second post game stuff with some of our on the field footage and just a little bit more recap of the entire weekend at all. But just for today on Championship Monday, Eri Barrister and this is our boy J Scrum. We're signing out. Had a lovely time. Philly did great. Tennis figures falling down all over the place. Best total weekend since 2011, and they had the best championship game attendance, I believe, since 2014 or 2013 is one or the other. But just a great weekend altogether.
And attendance went up this entire weekend. All 3 days, attendance been up. Great weather. Philly got a great draw with 4 teams that can travel well and are nearby. Unlike last year, Notre Dame, they have a big fan base, but Denver is that little Easter in Denver. How are you going to get here in Philly? But either way, great weekend overall.
Absolutely. And here at College Crosse TV, we're signing out. Had a lovely time. Hope you enjoyed all the content. And, it's the off season. We're trying to figure out some good stuff for you guys to read and follow throughout the months. Anyway, have a great time. And thanks again for watching.
Stay hydrated.